welcome to the first podcast for Dirty Extra Cheap. Actually, this is just my first podcast. It dawned on me a lot, and I actually should go into podcasting. Now, mind you, Dirty Extra Cheap just started a month ago, so I gotta look for different games to use for Super NES, Sega Genesis, N64, Nintendo Wii, and if you have any games that you would like to to play, or if you have any that you don't have and will let me borrow, I would be happy to do that for. Happy to play the game that you have. Now, mind you, if you do, and if I select your game, I will actually be helpful and I will give you a Dirty Nasty Cheat T-shirt because it's my thanks to you, and I will return your game once it's finished. It's something I would love to do for the fans, and the T-shirt is a thank you for letting me play your game. Now, mind you, it has to be NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis. I'll put how and what you need for it. It has to be in working condition for the game to work and for me to play. But yeah, I'm throwing this out there. Guys, this is the first podcast. I'm going to actually do a lot of things for the podcast. May it be, let's see now, what may it be, you know, different topics on different ordeals or whatnot. Originally came up, original podcast was called the Dr. Wrench K Show, which is another persona of mine, and I didn't find any of the footage from. I don't know if it's still in my old hard drive or it's in my other one right here, and I have to shoot my asshole. Roommate's asshole cat. But anyway, it's just something I need to do, and yes, you will hear roommate's asshole cat. It's just sometimes it's unscripted, and I have no topics available for the first one. It's just a run of the mill. This is me podcast. Also, I actually have one, and it's just about it's just my take on E3 this year. Something to do, and you may hear a comical touch or two, because this podcast is not only me talking about me playing video games or me enjoying, talking about what I did wrong in some of the things and whatnot, and it'll be game topics and whatnot. Going with the topic I had in mind. It's E3, so I'm going to go through each one of the big three and tell you which and how they did and how they didn't do. I got a chance to see bits and pieces of all of the Xbox 360 conference and the PlayStation conference, and I actually watched all of the Nintendo Digital event. Not saying it's just that I don't have an Xbox One or a PS4 as of right now. I was actually thinking of getting an Xbox One or a PS4 last year, but as stated, neither one of them had the games I wanted or enough games for me to get one. And this year, I blew all the income tax refund I got on something more important than, say, video games. I got a car. Yes, I got a car. Yes, I drive. So, yeah, just the point being that just because you hear gamers, don't have cars, living with their parents. So I don't live with my parents. I live with a roommate. I actually work. I am a cashier. That's one thing I actually state in the footage I stated in when we did Dirty Nasty Cheat Castle Crashers, which I'm actually going to post in a few minutes. But I stated before, my roommate's going to be picking up an Xbox One for herself. I may pick up an Xbox One for myself, but that will be probably next year or probably sometime when I move. That'll be my birthday present for this year. As for PS4, I will be picking up the PS4 sooner or later. It's just not now. There's a lot of games I like on the PS4, and there's a lot of games I like on the Xbox One. Now, third parties, I will actually... It determines on which one's better. I will pick Xbox One for third parties. For some of them, others, if they fit for PS4, I will pick up a PlayStation 4 at any chance. And so a lot of people say you're bashing the Wii U because you're not stating anything about the Wii U. Well, I had a Wii U for 2 years now, and I actually like my Wii U. But I play a lot of games. I like all my games. I have a 360, a PS3, a Wii, and a Wii U. The reason I got the Wii U first is because, one, it was the cheapest, and I had the money at the time. PS4 and Xbox One never showed up yet. And 2, I actually had 5... for me to get a new system, or to get the next system available, I have to have 5 games on that system for me to actually pick up one. PS4 actually got it first. It was Final Fantasy 15, Kingdom Hearts 3, Knack. But I heard bad things about Knack. I got a chance to look at Bloodborne, Uncharted 4. I really psyched about Uncharted 4, and there's another one I forgot what. Well, Little Big Planet 3, which I could pick up for the PS3. But the other one that was Guilty Gear XR, which I have for the PS4. But none of my friends have PS4s. Actually, none of my friends. Oh, most of my friends. I have one friend with an Xbox 360. I have one with all 3. I don't think he has a Wii U. I have all 3 and a Wii U. I have one with PS3. With that in mind, I would enjoy playing games for all 3 systems. Reason why I have my Wii U, it's my party system. May it be Wii U Party, may it be Mario Party Channel, which I have not picked up yet. May it be Splatoon, may it be Super Mario 3 World. But the biggest game that gets everyone up and running when I bring the Wii U over is Super Smash Bros. And I'm actually picking up the all the DLC as of right now, sooner or later. But DLC is actually pretty nice. Also known as Mario Kart 8. You know, really would be nice if Mario Kart 8 had an 8-player mode to it. It'd be really nice. To be honest with you, I had to. Excuse me. Sorry about that. For a lot of people, it's just that, you know, it's really odd and really strange that some people actually believe that, you know, you should be fans of one system. I'm not gonna go with the problems of all 3 fans until a later date, but I'm gonna start with Microsoft, because theirs was first. There's a lot of games that need to be really. So the one that psyched me up the most was actually I had 2 games that psyched me up was the Rare Collection, which is out now, and Halo 5. Well, I'm not much of an FPS person, but yeah, I like Halo. Halo's a good series to do for FPSs. As for FPSs, yes, Black Ops 3 has been announced. PS4, Xbox One, PS3, and Xbox 360. Should I pick it up? I may pick it up, may not pick it up. So I'm not a big FPS person. If I do, I will pick it. I will pick it up for probably Xbox One, since that'll be the next system. No, PS4 since that will be the next system up. But as I said, for Xbox One, I think of some ways. But yeah, Xbox One, they hit all their stuff on the nail. They knew what they're talking about, and all the games that are coming out and future releases, you know, interested a lot of people. And you know, despite not having any good games that is coming out real soon, Xbox One, however, is getting the West where it is, because it's a Western game company. Well, not really a Western game company. It's Microsoft. It's really known in the West, and American know. If you know it's with Windows, if it's Windows, you know it's gonna have its hiccups. But yeah, Microsoft showed how well they're gonna do all their style innovation, and it's pretty done and pretty well. So Microsoft's grade this year is an A-. It's an A-. It could have done better, but at the same time, they hit everything on the nail. Which, for Xbox One fans, Xbox 360 fans, your system has done you extremely well. Extremely well. For Sony, Sony's next goes, theirs was next. And actually the last of the big 3 conferences, since Nintendo does not do a conference anymore. Sony had done their homework from last year. It improved from last year. Last year, I want to give Sony an F, because all they did was talk. and like no no gameplay, more videos. But this time around, Sony has wised up. They has wised up enough, and they showed us gameplay footage, and they also showed us new things. But what hyped up a lot of things is, and PlayStation 4 hyped up a lot of people because, well, their biggest announcement is the remake for Final Fantasy VII, which is by far the best RPG ever by fans. However, it has lost the game of the century by so many people, by so many fans, and so many places by one game, and that is Nintendo's Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. But at the same time, you will be seeing a lot of remasters, a lot of new gaming for Sony, and Sony is why Sony wised up after E3 2014. However, even though with their big hitting games coming out soon in the fall, it still felt like the same old Sony. However, they have done well. So Sony's will be getting. Sony got a B. Sony got a B. Sony has a B. Okay, Nintendo's next. Nintendo stated what they said. They said what they meant, and they meant what they said. They're going to show only the games that will come out until the next fiscal year, which they done. However, and actually, believe it or not, I actually liked Nintendo's introduction visual event, and actually did like the intro with Miyamoto designs and rest his soul, the late Satoru Iwata. It's a suffering blow that the former president of Nintendo, Satoru Iwata, passed away. The reason I call him former is the reason I'll tell you. He passed away in July. That's why he's deceased. But despite everything, we got a chance to see Star Fox Zero, which is now was now Star Fox. Well, Star Fox U, not called Star Fox Zero. We got a chance to see more of Yoshi's Woolly World. We got a chance to see more of Super Mario Maker. However, we did not get to see. We got a chance to see Xenoblade Chronicles X. We got a chance to see bits and pieces of Yokai Watch, which is really good. Unfortunately, this is the unfortunate. And this is the big hit on Nintendo. Nintendo did not show anything about Double Stirred. They did not show anything about, say, actually, they did show bits and pieces of Xenoblade Chronicles, but they did not show anything. I mean, anything about a new Metroid that should be coming. They did not show anything about the Legend of Zelda, which, you know, needed some time. It needed some time to actually fix on. But hype your fans. Seriously, hype your fans. Your fans needed Zelda so they can jump and scream and have a geekgasm. You got Nintendo knew better, but they said what they were going to do, and they did well on it. However, you know, Nintendo really does need to start on the hype train because, you know, your fans really do enjoy hype training. I'd say the biggest upset, the punch in the gut for Nintendo, was showing Metroid Prime Federation Forces. It's just a spin-off of Metroid Prime. It's actually more like Metroid Prime Hunters, and it looks really well. It's done by Next Level Games. But that was the gripe. A lot of Nintendo fans were angry that it wasn't a Nintendo Metroid game, Metroid console game, and it wasn't the game that they wanted. It wasn't a game that fans wanted from Metroid. They got Star Fox, but it wasn't the game they wanted. They wanted a game that had Samus, played a lot like Metroid Prime, and it was an upset to see a game like Metroid Prime Federation Forces. I've not pulled any judgment until I play at least a demo of it. I think, you know, they could have done better. Same thing with Animal Crossing. They did, instead of, you know, Animal Crossing Wii U game, they went with I think there's one. I think it's called City Folk, if I'm not mistaken. Another Animal Crossing game for the Wii U, which, you know, Animal Crossing is a good game, you know, for the family and whatnot. You know, but at the same time, they could have done better. instead of a mini game. But the cool thing about it is you get to use your amiibos. And, you know, despite, you know, doing those major F-ups, Nintendo stated what they're going to say. So, however, despite being good, it was F grade E3 compared to last year's E3, what that got everyone so hyped up. However, it was still good. It wasn't 2014 E3 good. It wasn't 2009 E3 good. It wasn't, you know, phenomenally good that, you know, you got your Nintendo fans running to buy Wii U. However, the 3DS games are looking really well, and Nintendo's collaboration and acquisition of 10% of DNA, which should be Wii too. So, with that in mind, Nintendo actually will receive a B minus. B minus. Why? Because despite all your great games that are coming out this year, you failed to hype your crowd, and you didn't show anything about Double Story or Legend of Zelda Wii U, which would have gotten everyone up and running to buy a Wii U. That in mind, I think. But, you know, overall, E3 could have done better this year as well as last year, but, you know, it's the big guns. You know, it should be something good with the big guns. So, next year, all three will have to work on Microsoft. I say, show more people, get people hyped up for more games. Sony, I say get more first party game, you know, more first party. Bloodborne was actually pretty nice, and you know, people should and hype this for Uncharted 4, which is doing good. You should keep up with that. Nintendo, I believe, at all my heart, you have to surprise your fans next year. Another reason I was going to actually give Nintendo a C, because they didn't stated anything about the Nintendo NX, but I already knew that they said Nintendo's not going to say anything about Project NX until it is ready in 2016. With that in mind, that's why I did not knock them down either, because I knew they stated that they weren't going to do anything with Project NX until next year. Already, we're speaking of which, we're seeing NX games already introduced to the system. Unfortunately, you will not see Street Fighter V on either Xbox One or Nintendo's Wii U or NX because it's so exclusive. And with that in mind, I will actually pick it up for the PC because there's going to be a lot of people playing it for the PC. So it's gonna be a challenge to see. You know, it's really odd. That in mind, it's gonna be nice. Now, as in the DNC podcast, I'll only talk about video games. I'll also talk about anime, which comes to another point. Did you know that there's a new Dragon Ball Z series? There's actually not Dragon Ball Z, just Dragon Ball series called Dragon Ball Super. It's out in Japan. It is shown on Crunchyroll. You just go on Crunchyroll and look at it. But if you have a subscription, you have a free one. You have to wait the following week. If you have a paid one, you can watch it the day of. When it comes out a couple of hours later, after the Japanese version. I have not seen any of the episodes of Dragon Ball Super. I heard a lot of people raving about it, and a lot of people ranting about it. But that's not my decision to be opinionated. So there. Next, this September is coming up. The continuation of the 8th arc of Doctor Who. Now, this is the normal. This is the newer arc. This is the one with Capaldi, which is actually really good. You just gotta check it out. It is on Hulu, and you should really take a look at it. Now, what's funny? I actually got a chance to see, photos of the new Ghostbusters movie. It's actually gonna be really cool with a female-oriented Ghostbusters. I'm going to be excited for it. You know, some people aren't going to be, but you know, what was bad? Well, People had high hopes for the new Fantastic Four, and it flopped severely. We don't know why it flopped severely, but it's flopped horribly. Which means we'll probably have to make another reboot. Speaking of reboots, they're making another reboot of A Nightmare on Elm Street. So, because it didn't do well in the theaters when it came out in 2010. I think, you know, it should bring that flair of Krueger, and how this version is going to be, well, more different than the 2010 version. Hopefully it'll be more of the 2014 version. I mean, not 2014, the 1984 version. So hopefully it will be pretty nice to see something up on the lines of that. I'm not a big horror fan. I do not like horror movies. I don't like gory horror movies. I'm a big fan of black comedy humor. Sorry. Ghost horror I can take. Jump scares I can take. Psychological thrillers, of course. And if I got to, I will. I'm sorry. Dealing with the evil kitty. Most podcasts are unscripted. Most will be unedited because, just gonna be honest with you, it's like, why should I, just cut off bits and pieces, just to appease other people? It's just, it's not right. It's kind of dumb if you ask me. It's pretty dumb. Well, I think on a lot of things, and I could come up with a really goofy monologue if I wanted to, but case in point, if I come up with some, I can come up with some really dumb, perverted things like gentlemen, do you have the certainty of erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, not coming once? Oh, wait, actually, her coming once. Hi, I am Mac Cockstrong, and I'd like to tell you about 26 times. This mighty pill can actually get your woman up and running for 26 times, making her come and come again, just to make sure that you get your satisfaction. Take it from me, 26 times is what a man needs. Isn't that right, Doctor? Well, not mind you, 26 times is not for everyone. It is not used for men over the age of 55. It's not used for, oh my God, what's up? Me, 26 times is the best thing ever, and it's good. The missus and I have a wonderful time, and it takes 26 times is awesome. Let me have it. Isn't that right, Dr. Stiffy? Yeah, I guess. Right? Dr. Normal? Now, let me tell you, 26 times is not for everyone. If you're breastfeeding, it is not used for women who are nursing or could be nursing. It is only for use for children, for men over the age of 18 and almost younger than the age of 16. Now, mind you, 26 times does not make you a better man, just better in bed. If you have an erection for longer than 4 hours, don't worry. You should be happy about that. Now, if you have one for over 6 hours, it's time to call a doctor to get that helped out. But beware, side effects includes nausea, close vomiting, drunkenness, and the occasional hernia. Talk to your doctor and see what other side effects it may have. So yes, talk to your doctor about 26 times, and you'll know how much it is to make your woman go 26 times. And I don't mean to the bathroom. Yeah, something like that. I can come up with something really odd and really nutty. It's just I gotta find the pitch for it. It's just heck, I can do commercials for other people, other TV shows. Why? Because it's funny. Because it's nice. It's simple. Something simple. Something cool. I can, I actually had one up in my head as of right now. It's with Snickers. I have one with Snickers. One about the Velveeta commercial, the new Velveeta Chosen TV commercial is about the, the old prospectors. It's like, I'm just waiting one good time that they will for them to make a commercial where the manager comes in and tells them to get out of his store because they're harassing the customers and they're not really doing anything, just hoarding chosen cheese. So it'd be something like this. What are you two doing in my store? So, get your hands off this. Let's go. How many times I tell you, get out of my store? No, it's not let it go. Let it go. Go get your own. Alright. Looks like I get me. No, you can't do this to us. You can do this. If I catch you in my store again, I will call the police. That's all. Let it go. Let it go. If I catch you in the store again, I'm gonna kill you. Get it all. Let it go. We better listen to what they say. They go call the sheriff. I ain't afraid no. You boys messing with these people in this store. That's all. Let it. See what I told you? That's all let it go. Let's go with them shells. Liquid gold. It'd be something like that. I should call me for coming up with commercials like that. I'm being serious. It is something like that I can come up with. And it's just, a lot of people can come up with it. You gotta have the drive and you gotta be willing to actually put yourself up there on YouTube or do a podcast. I've actually started doing this podcast because it's hilarious. I think, I can come up with pictures. I can do monologues. I can do voices. Actually, believe it or not, I was actually, while getting up for work, I came up with a short, simple monologue, and I believe, if I remember correctly, it went something like this. If this is right, I just have to think about it. But I believe it's something like this. It's something like it's more Joker Luthor, but more Spacey's Joker and Ledger's Luthor. God rest Luthor's soul. Heath Ledger's soul. He was like the perfect Joker because he was a psycho genius. So he wasn't, trying to. He was trying to best Batman, but he bested him with the power of the mind. But this let's see if I can get this right up. But if I don't remember it offhand, I'm actually going to do a test run of something. Mind you really, really well. People, society, they don't know what it is that it wants. It's a shame that humankind is driven on 4 deadly sins. For one man to get ahead and to extremely extract what people understand, it's their greed and their pride. When a man's greed becomes its greatest asset, people will do anything, just to get out of line. And when they have that greed and they enjoy making other people feel horrible, that's when their pride comes in. But you see, there's also the other side, a man's envy and wrath. See, when a man is envious of another man's riches, he finds a way to best that. May it be violence, may it be revenge, may it be something else that channels and puts his wrath to the test. Conformity is what people want us to be. But you see, people can't have that. People can't have conformity because they turn into a giant little ball. And this ball is conforming, and if you let it conform, you're going to be very miserable with your life. However, there is also chaos. When there's conformity, there's going to be some kind of chaos.
And when that chaos comes, when the time is right, it will come like a giant wrecking ball, wrecking all of the conformities, all of society, what society wants you to believe. And sometimes that chaos may not be what society wants, but it is what the people want. It's what the people need. And let me tell you something. When total chaos happens, it's going to be conformity to bring their form of order to the world. And that order comes in probably soldiers, the police, anything that comes in mind. Why, you may ask? Because conformity wants to rule over everyone the way they want to rule over everyone. It's always has been that way, it always will be that way. Look through the past, look through America's past. How do you think America was born? America was formed through wrath, greed, pride, and envy. No one believes that envy and hatred for a fellow man pulls wrath out of nowhere. The man's greed, when it came to slavery, when it came to the Civil War, when it came to annexation of America, you had people going against the great ones because, hey, we want this land to make it our own. Even to this day, it seems that this world will never, ever, ever become peaceful because one man's greed and pride is another man's envy and wrath. Understand that there are things that will make man greedy and angry, pride, boastful, but envious. But mind you, there's also gluttonous, lust, and sloth. When a man has all 7 of these sins in his soul, he will be a force to be destroyed and reckoned with because he knows that he has given his soul to the devil. No one, if they're lucky enough, can fight this man who has his soul sold to the devil. Conformity wants us to be like puppets. Chaos wants us to go crazy. But that's where government comes in, or believes what they can do. They can bring order to the conformity and the chaos. But when chaos gets huge, it gets deadly. Run your mind. What are you? A conforming puppet or an agent of chaos? Sometimes raising a little hell can bring the people together. So what are you? Puppets? Agents? The choice is yours. Hopefully, you're an agent of chaos, that you can raise some hell to the conforming masses. Think on it. King, agent of chaos. Lincoln, agent of chaos. Kennedy, agent of chaos. Gandhi, agent of chaos. Their form of chaos was not bringing chaos at all. Their way of chaos is to bring peace. However, that peace can never ever be formed because others love their conformity, love their little piece of love their greed so much that will they go far enough to kill someone. They use their wrath to enjoy their greed, to enjoy their pride, because they're envious and sometimes lustful and gluttonous, and to where sloth comes in and don't have to do nothing. Just let the money run it. Run that to your mind. What do you think?
yeah, it's supposed to be long. It's a monologue, and it's just one of the voices I've with, and I'm still working on Galaxia Dynamo. It's a work in progress. I finally got something to help me work on Galaxia Dynamo, and I'm pretty psyched on it. I'm probably post a Kickstarter on later, probably by the end of this year. Really want to get Galaxia Dynamo up and running by January. First season of Galaxia Dynamo will be the first episode of Galaxia Dynamo will be January. I'm also not only that, I'm also programmer. I'm an up-and-coming programmer. I'm also a game designer. Well, I'm still new at it, but I'm actually working on a platformer, and I'll tell you more about it later. And I'm also working on a bullet hell game too, which I'll tell more about it when time comes. I'm actually going to be enjoying a lot of this. You know, but as for now, moving, going back to rolling all the way back to the beginning with Dirty SG. A lot of people think, you know, you're doing this for fun. Yes, I'm doing this for fun, and you know, it's like a lot of people says there's no challenge, no honor, no fun in cheating. It's like, that's the whole point. No, there is no challenge, there is no honor. There's a whole lot of fun in cheating in video games, because I'm not doing this to be better than anyone. That's the truth. If you cheat online, it just proves to you that you're not meant to. I don't do online gaming as much. If I do online gaming, I do fair and square. Yes, it's gonna be hard. Yes, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. But guess what? Doing it fair and square online with other people is a lot better than just going in and cheating. It's not worth it. This is why I do single player offline cheating, which is why, you know, it's gotten to the point where, you know, yes, I understand why cheating is not allowed, and I understand that. But have you ever thought that America cheats? Society cheats? And I don't mean in relationships. I mean like going behind someone's back to take their position, take their promotion, or, you know, finding a way to win that office, finding a way to, heck, destroy someone's reputation. And this is done a lot in the real world. It's done in politics, it's done in business, it's done in life. And I don't mean, you know, going by, and I don't mean like, you know, you're going, like, saying with relationships, I do not condone cheating in a relationship. I learned my lesson for doing that, and it hurts. It hurts when you decide if you're cheating. And I, you know, and it's bad. It's a hurting feeling. I've been accused of cheating. I've done some wrongful things in my time. You know, but it's, you know, cheating on your spouse is wrong. If you're in a monogamous relationship, it doesn't matter what kind of relationship you're in. If you're cheating and you're not telling, alright, say you're in a monogamous relationship, you're cheating on your wife or husband. Yes, and I mean, if you're a lesbian, you're cheating on your wife. If you're a gay person, you're cheating on your gay husband. Tell them that you don't want to do this anymore. Tell them you don't want to move on. In the first place, you really shouldn't have gotten married in a monogamous relationship. Now, going with, I know some of you are into polyamorous relationships, but I'm going to go say too. If you're dating two women, if you know, if you and your wife or you and your husband are dating another woman or another man, put set time for each other and let them know what times they can be together and what times they're not supposed to be together. But you know, you're not telling. Right. If you can't say, if you can't be nice, or you can't understand the truth, don't hide it. Tell someone, or at the same time, don't say anything at all. Because the more you think on it and the more you try to attempt to do things, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. Now,
with monologues, I try. The reason I like doing monologues, it's funny, and I get a chance to work with my voice more. I never when I was younger, and now I get people asking me, you know, have you ever thought of doing radio? I was always thinking of going back to school, going back for mass comm or journalism, but you know, hey, I'm 36 now. I didn't waste my life. I actually, you know, when you're a kid like me and you don't know what you want to do with your life when you're like 19, 20, 21, it gets, you know, it gets hard. Then when you're 23, when you're 30, you want to try to pursue your career or try to go back to school. Don't give up. I didn't give up. I put stuff aside, but don't give up on it. I've been working on a fighting game project for almost 20 years. I haven't given up on it. It's given me drive to do more than just, you know, but, you know, I admire my drive and my rebound, which is why I decided, hey, I'm going to do podcasts. Hey, I'm going to do a YouTube channel. Hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, because you know why? People get sick and tired of being told you could have done better. People get sick and tired of you. Hey, you could have done better with your life. Yeah, I know I could have done better with my life, but guess what happens? Life happens. Like, you know, I could have been sitting around doing nothing for now. That's why. But you know, bills have to get paid. Life has to get paid. You can't just, you know, someone's gonna be in love with you because, hey, you're a guy. You are someone that you like. No. Real people get real jobs, or at least, you know, try to do something with your life. Something against that. It's just something good. I decided to, you know, go YouTube, do videos, play video, do Let's Plays, do Let's Cheat. That's what their Let's Cheat is. It's Let's Cheat. I'm afraid I won't get monetized for a lot of this, but hopefully I'm going to get. We'll be monetizing podcasts. All my rants, everything, my commentating will happen. There will be games that will do all this. Now, this is something on the side. I will have my job until, well, either, you know, I'm fired or I quit or I find something better. But, you know, sometimes this is something I want to give to anyone who wants to start off YouTube or podcasting. Do not quit your job immediately. Wait until you get enough money to where say, hey, I'm doing good over here. Why should I have my own? Why should I work in here? Then you quit. I suggest if you got at least, if you hit it big and you get 100K, you can stop, and that's it. And just make YouTube your go-to. Make YouTube. You know, if you're doing Let's Play, do Let's Plays. I'm still working on my Let's Plays. I'm thinking that, you know, if I do a little stand-up on any of my videos, the thing is, I want to make people laugh. I want to make people entertained. What makes my channel different than everyone else's? All I do is, the next thing you need, that a lot of people, if you're going to YouTube, work on that. If you get viral, cool. That's how you get to people. If you gotta find something that's viral. So, with that in mind, you know, that's something you actually, that's the one thing I give to people. YouTube has a director's guide. YouTube, use that. Because let me tell you something. Knowledge is power, and the more knowledge you get, the better. And, you know, I will come up with more topics next week, and hopefully do get something up and running. My name is Shannon, aka Kyanzaki. This has been the first Dirty Nasty Cheat podcast, and I wish you all the best. Good night, and keep gaining. No, not keep gaining. Keep gaming. Keep on gaming, and This is Kiyonzaki signing off. Later.
Hey, like this video. If you like it, subscribe to Dirty SCG. Or, where you can watch me play video games. Talk more, things about the rest of the country. Which means video games are the sci-fi video game such. But hey, don't be afraid. Subscribe.